ball goes up from umpire bench, and well, JJ doesn't quite get a touch to it. The ball's in the mud patch. Timmy Gardner, the man at the bottom of the pack, he's got it out to Burns, we've just mentioned. On the left foot, kicks it wide towards half forward. Leading in the race for the ball is the Hallam of Werribee. Can't control and pushes it toward the boundary line, and in fact just ahead of Christian Highland of Thomson. The ball is pushed over the boundary line. Umpires today, Centrals McMaster, Bench and Burns. Boundaries Clough and Williams, and goals Phillips and Hallett. So umpire bench, one of the top umpires in the GFL normally. Well, from the throw-in, appeared to me two Werribee players collided there, but at the end of it all, the free kick has been paid to Nick Smith, Chris Smith in the ruck. So Smith of Werribee, half forward in front there is Highland, can't take the mark. Good score from behind by Page of Werribee. Finally it comes clear to Henry of Thomson. No player able to control it. It's probably in the better part of the ground on the outer side here. Now a kick forward to Thomson. Nick Harris attacks the footy, grabs it, kicks over the left shoulder towards half forward Cowan, coming out hard for the footy. Pushed in the back, not paid by the umpire. Now there's one to Cowan. He was the fella trying to get to the footy. He was in front, and
he worked hard for that too, Eric. He earned that free kick, I'm sure of that. Well, he put his body on the line, though.
Let's hope he's learned a lesson from last week. He obviously had a bit to say on the ground and was sent off, and probably to Thompson's detriment last week.
Yes, it was. And
so Cowan now, he's been kicking from 50, 45-degree angle. He's on the correct side for a left footer. He's made good contact. It's going to be a little short in the goal square. Comes to ground. Costello dives on it. He's robbed of it by Page of Werribee. Highland grabs it, tries to crash through the pack, and the umpire will move in, and the ball will be thrown up on the 10-metre line of the square. So Thomson deep in attack. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. No score on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Up high. Ball comes to ground. Justin can't take it away. Finally Page gets it for Werribee. He can't get it clear. Paddy Burns picks it up. Handball to Wolferton. Wolferton hooks it over the right shoulder. It's off line. Anderton takes the mark, but it's behind the line. So first score of the day goes to Craig Wolferton and Thomson on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. One behind. Werribee get to score 2.5 minutes first quarter.
I think both teams play too. They look pretty hard on the footy.
Thomson started well with Pat Burns and Timmy around the ball.
Well, from the kick in, free kick was paid to Page of Werribee, but advantage to Smith, and the Werribee side were able to take the ball to centre wing. Looks like Calvert out there on centre wing has the free kick. He's chipped it to Page, who running with the footy. Gardner spoils, the ball is in dispute. Gardner of Thomson, handball to Wolferton. Wolferton on the left foot goes to half forward. In front is Menzies, can't take the mark, comes down to Highland. He gets it clear, and gee, I tell you what, you're dead right, fellas. They really come to play. The ball has come clear. Dale Menzies, handball across to Sabali Armstrong, back in the side. Handball back to Menzies. But the pressure's enormous there from the defenders. Free kick paid to Werribee advantage, and Hallam it is for Werribee. Gets the ball to centre, and there's Calvert. And I tell you what, guys, this bloke can take a mark.
Yeah, he's got a good pair of hands, doesn't he?
Can play. Calvert kicks to centre half forward. In position there, Foley. It's over his head. Comes to ground. Paddy Burns picks it up. Handballs to Wolferton, and Thomson clear it again. They're doing well at half back to centre half forward. Maheras, 2 grabs, doesn't take it. Comes to ground. Picked up there for Werribee by Thwaites. Thwaites goes wide. Gets it to Roland Beck. He can't control it. Weaves his way through a couple of players. Gets the right foot to the ball, and Foley takes it. Runs through the mud patch. Kicks wide to half forward. The lead is out there. But great mark on the half-back flank. Is that Bradley?
Yeah, I think it is.
Bradley, great mark at half-back for Thomson. Kicks towards half forward. In front there was Costello again. Drives forward for the Thomson side. Cowan's in front. Can't take the mark, however. Comes to ground. Dale Menzies hasn't got it. Play on to the umpire. Ball comes to ground. Anderton tries to crash his way through a tackle there from Page, and the ball comes clear to half-back. Now Werribee able to clear through Roland Beck. He goes for the safety of the boundary line. Smith, the ruckman, picks it up. Chris Smith gets a handball back to Beck, and Beck of Werribee goes towards centre wing. The ball's moving pretty ferociously between the half-back lines at the moment, and currently it is at centre half-back for the Thomson side. The handball comes out to Hawks of Werribee, to Beck, and Beck finds the lead at half-forward and that is Heath Buck. Buck goes to the full forward position, and making position there is Andrew Howlett, takes the mark, strolls into the goal square, and has put the first goal on the scoreboard for the Werribee Central side. So at 5 minutes in the first quarter, Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard. Werribee Central's 1 goal, Thomson 1 behind.
Great play there, Trevor. They prepared to run the ball there. The big ruckman, pretty impressed with him. Smith, Eric, was a lovely handball by him, and he got the ball out, moved the ball quickly. And Foley, nice to see him back and playing well. He looks good on the forward line. I think that's his spot.
Well, he's one of last year's youngsters, and Trev, you'd have seen him last year.
That's right. A couple of good matchups to watch is Pat Burns and Fasuka in the middle, and the other side you've got what's his name, Calvert and Terry. Terry Curtis.
Yeah. Howlett at full forward.
Yeah, I thought Atchison would be on him, but he's not. Atchison half back.
Oh, he's on Heath's back by the look of it. All right, ball up in the middle again. Neither ruckman able to get the tap down. Comes to Sabali Armstrong for Thomson. On the left foot, goes wide. In good position there was Gotti of the Werribee side. He can't pick the footy up. Comes to ground. Coming in as Wolfenden of Thomson. Picks it up. Well, it's almost a throw umpire, but allowed to go on. Comes to Nick Maheras. He picks it up on the run. Drives on the left foot toward full forward. Cowan's in front. Can't quite take the mark. He's got Sabali Armstrong on the overlap, and Armstrong comes in and, well, had a relatively easy shot at the finish, I guess.
That's unusual for Sabali to miss that. That's usually bread and butter for him.
So on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 2 behinds to Thomson. 1 goal to Werribee Central, so we've been playing 7 minutes into the first quarter. A
very good stand of the game up to take.
Yes, anyone looking to see a top-class game, we've got it here, I think. From the kick-in, it's Fasuka, last year's Whitley medalist, has taken the mark for the Werribee side. Gee, a fairly ordinary kick, but he found Smith in the middle, but Justin a handball to Timmy Gardner. Gardner goes towards the full forward position, and off hands. That's a rush behind to the Thomson side. So 3 behinds to Thomson, 1 goal to Werribee Central's on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. 7.5 minutes, and guys, bad kicking, bad football.
Yeah, look, I think Dale Menzies might have been a bit stiff there. I thought there was a little bit of an infringement there.
I think also that the couple of Thomson forwards are losing their feet far too easy. If I think they keep their feet, they're going to be far better off.
Right, from the kick in, it's a strong mark out there. It looks like, to me, it's Shembry playing in the number 44, so that's a bit of a blind for us. So, but Shembry has certainly taken the mark out there. So ball coming down the ground. They've got the centre wing at Werribee. Andrew Howlett, well up the ground, tries to soccer off the ground, can't control it. Oh, Timmy Gardner crashes through 2 tackles, comes wide. But the kick is not as good as it could have been. However, the fall of the ball is favouring Thomson. Sabali Armstrong out to Maheras. Maheras has a flying shot from about 60. Unfortunately, it's 20 metres offline, really totally off the side of the boot. Perhaps lack of talk there, Trev?
Yeah, I mean, if there is a fault next game, it's his kicking, and it probably just showed up there. He leans back on his kicks too much. He should get over the top of him.
Sorry, a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and Thomson just blazing away, just a little bit, a tad too much at the moment. They're just got to watch and be a little bit more accountable for their kicking.
So the free kick in the back pocket to Shembry of Werribee Centrals. Well, it comes to half-back, but the man in front flies high. Nick Maheras, as Trevor's indicated, that is his strength. Probably not too many better marks in the league, let alone anywhere else.
No, and I thought last week he played well too, Eric, and he showed a lot of courage out last week, and he was a little bit injured, and he still worked on and worked hard, and put some good tackles on him. He was prepared to run all day.
So Maheras now, he's been kicking from 55. It'll be a very good kick from there. If anything, I guess, is there a slight breeze following him? Be very slight though, but I tell you what, he fancies himself. Nick Maheras now on the right foot. We're right behind the kick. He's hit it pretty well. It's going to land dead on line in the goal square in front there at Cowans. But the Werribee defenders more than happy, I think, to rush it through for another behind. So 4 behinds, the Thomson side.
They're ferocious now, those Werribee defenders.
Aren't they? 1 goal to Werribee, and that's on the Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard, 9.5 minutes.
Yes, they're very ferocious there. They grabbed it out of his hand and didn't give him the chance to look at it.
So from the kick in, the ball's outside 50, comes to ground. Thomson in possession, the handball comes to Gardner. He's strong in those tackles, clears them through. Well, he's caught that time, gets the handball to Bradley. Bradley, a nice little chip pass to the lead of Cowans. He's given us little nudges there from Paul Hart in the fullback position, but the ball has eluded both of them and over the boundary line.
I thought that was nearly a good kick, and he just put it out in front of Mick. Mark just couldn't quite find the yard to get to it. It was in the right spot though, I think. The Thomson little bloke's having a field day there, scouting the packs well.
Wolfen must have had 5 kicks so far.
Ball from the throw-in. It's in dispute there under a pack of players, and umpire bench will move in. 25 metres from the goals at the eastern end here at Godfrey Street. Thomson kicking to that end in the first quarter. We've been going 10 minutes. Up goes the ball. Tap was clear by Smith of Werribee. Player on the bottom.
Good decision.
With the footy, so it's a free kick to the Werribee side. Comes wide to centre wing. Aitchison in good position. Well, if he didn't get the mark, he's going to get the free kick. So Andrew Aitchison of Thomson in front of our broadcast position has been paid the free kick on the shoulder. Aitchison there drives the ball back into the full forward area. Heard the call Plugger from here, but Plugger couldn't quite reach it. The Werribee defence were there. However, it comes loose to Sabali Armstrong. He's tipped it.
Don't tell me.
That would almost be the goal of the year, surely. Armstrong running directly at the boundary line, hooked it back and right through the middle. So first goal of the day to Sabali Armstrong and to Thomson. 1-4-10. They lead Werribee 1 goal. 11.5 minutes first quarter.
He practiced them at training. He used to anyway. He does this year, but he used to practice it last year.
I'd say he's still practicing because that was a good. He ran around that line and slotted it straight through.
He's pretty happy with himself.
Yeah,
and the game so far, guys?
Really good. And Thompson's little guys are the guys that are doing all the work at the moment, and we're going to start picking up some of those guys, I think.
Back in the middle, the footy goes up. Well, Justin up and down, and does get a tap. Timmy Gardner throws it over his shoulder, and well, good call from the umpire, throwing the ball. Free kick to Massara of Werribee. He's got Roland Beck loose on centre wing. He goes to there, and Beck takes the chest mark. Now the lead is on from Heath Buck. Good defensive work by Andrew Aitchison there. Pushes the ball toward the boundary. And what a great contest one-on-one that could be. Aitchison and Heath Buck, great players.
I was just about to say that Eric is looking forward to seeing Heath Buck. He's been kicking bags of 8s and 9s up most of the year, and he's a long way from goal at the moment. From
the throw-in, Calvert does the ruck work for Werribee, pushes it forward, not able to be controlled there. Finally, Rod Peacock, he tries to crash through, but Timmy Gardner gives him some assistance. Handball to Gann, and Billy Gann goes to Mickey Gann, goes to Sabali Armstrong on half-back flank. Gone right across the ground, Thomson, but they have possession. The lead is on from, Maheras. I almost thought it could have been a free kick there, but not paid. And, well, you can see there, the players are absolutely desperate for that footy from both sides.
They're pretty keen to get it, aren't they? They're not going to give it up. I thought Nick was going to grab that one. It was in his area and had his eyes on it, but just couldn't quite hold it.
There is Brett Buttermarks, those ones. I was surprised he didn't take that.
So in front of our broadcast position on centre wing, umpire bench puts it up. Smith gets the tap ahead there of Justin. Hawks, well, over the back, and a good decision. Hawks, the man in front, going for the footy, and pushed in the back, or pushed right into the ground. Hawks of Werribee goes towards centre half forward. Oh, Aitchison, good position, takes a strong mark ahead of Bucky. Made the ball objective and took it very comfortably. Well, chest mark dropped in the middle there by Henry of the Thomson side. Now Werribee come loose, but attacking the footy again, Rod Peacock. Unfortunately can't control it. Justin gives him some assistance. Paddy Burns, little handball to Wooden. Wolfenden goes towards half forward. Massara, well, good spoil there. The ball comes back to centre. Paddy Burns takes the strong overhead mark.
Yeah.
Don't see that too often, Trev.
I'll hear about this one during the week.
And he was up fairly high too, Trev, wasn't he?
Well, unfortunately he's let himself down, hasn't he? Because the mark intercepted there for the Werribee Central side by Thomas, I think that is there. And Werribee in possession there. Well, certainly no mark from Calvert. He led strongly, but just a little nudge in the back, and I guess he helped it along, Laurie.
Yes, he did there, Eric, and it was good work by Roland Beck. I think it was Roland Beck that kicked that ball in, wasn't it? And
yes, he's a lovely deliverer of the footy.
Lovely disposal.
And I suppose the benefit, Trevor, being in front.
Yeah, he looks dangerous, Calvert. He's just got a bit too much reach for Terry at the moment, so we'll just watch and see what develops there.
Calvert now, 40 metres out. Directly in front, he's got underneath it, laid back, and hasn't made the distance. It's just outside the 10-metre square for Werribee. Comes to ground. Umpire's called for the footy, and he's going to put it in the air. 25 metres out, 45-degree angle from the Werribee goals, kicking to the western end at Godfrey Street in the first quarter. 15 minutes gone, 1-4-10 Thomson, 1 goal Werribee, but deep in the attacking area for the Werribee side. Well, nobody able to get a clear tap away. The ball comes clear. Howlett running onto it for Werribee. He's dispossessed. Paddy Burns is in there. Finally, Justin. Nice little give to Timmy Gardner. Gardner is run down from behind, and just no talk on that occasion. And Pastuca given the advantage, but really no advantage to Werribee because the kick was poorly directed. And another poor kick finds Adrian Bernardo of Werribee in the centre of the ground. Well, he's got Calvert out there absolutely on his own. He takes the mark. The lead from full forward is Luke Luddick, and Luddick takes the mark. There's it past. It's gone astray, but Massara good enough to run onto it and eludes a couple of players. Now gets back on the right foot, goes to the full forward position. Well, it's going to be forced through by the Thomson defence. So great defensive work by both sides in the game so far. At 16 minutes first quarter, Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard, Thomson 1-4-10, Werribee Central's 1-1-7.
I think there's a fair bit of pressure out there, Eric. A lot of the kicks are not finding their target just yet, and a little bit panicky football, I think, with the kicking disposal. And look, Timmy Gardner, he's having a field day at the moment, and Paddy Burns is playing well, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Werribee, and they don't seem to have a clear avenue to goal. Calvert's doing okay, right?
So yes. This guy, Wolferton.
Yes, Wolferton having a good day. He's marked the kick in. He's gone across the ground to Andrew Aitchison, and Thomson retaining possession on half-back flank. The lead is in the centre, over the top there of Anderton, comes to ground. Paddy Burns and Pastuca. What a great hustle that'll be for people to watch today. Goes to half forward, Christian Highland on his own there. Can't pick it up, finally does. Now runs back onto the right foot. The lead there is from Cowan. Great pass, but great defensive work by Hart of Werribee. Gets it to ground. Highland following up. Handball back to his teammate in Henry. He chips it towards the full forward position, and in front on this occasion is Mark Cowan off Thomson. Just ahead there of Hart. I guess if you're a full forward, that's where you've got to be.
Well, and he's probably in the right spot for his kicking there.
Yeah, it's important kick this because Thomson had in their forward line, you know, from 3/4 of the quarter so far, and they've only kicked the 1 goal, and they need this, you know, just to keep the momentum going.
So Mark Cowan kicking from 50, a lovely looking kick, but he's gone offline to the left, and well, that's probably a most important miss because Mark Cowan probably should have kicked that one.
Well, Eric, we've said this before, and I think it's very, very important, and it's more important when the finals come around. You have to put scoreboard pressure on, and if you can do that, it was a bit like last night. The Bulldogs put pressure on Essendon, and anything can happen then, and you get a little bit of the wobbles, and they've got to get goals, not points. Just let Werribee off the hook there.
That's right. Yeah.
So Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard 1-5-11 Thomson, 1-1-7 Werribee, and from the kick in, the ball back to centre wing again. Calvin in front. The crumbs come to Roland Beck. It was a terrific smother there by Nankervis, but Beck backing up has found a teammate there in Luddick at half forward. He's found Heath Buck at centre half forward. The little chip over the top, and gee, Werribee did that so very, very easily. If I got that fella down as Daniel Thomas, he wasn't in the listed team, so we'll assume that's who it is. He's gone forward, and well, he found Luke Luddick, who'd drifted up into the forward pocket and
kicked a goal.
As easy as you like. I tell you what, Luke Luddick is one of those sort of players. Could kick goals from nowhere.
Yeah, that's to emphasise the miss down the other end from Cowan.
Well, how important. Yeah. So on the Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard now, 19 minutes first quarter, 1-5-11 Thomson. They now trail Werribee 2-1-13.
Yeah, Eric, one of the things that Werribee being away for Geelong a little bit, we don't get to hear all the little snippets to hear around the other clubs, and this number 31, I think it is there for Werribee, Daniel Thomas. I haven't seen him play before, and he's quite a nice size of guy as well.
Yeah, he's not named in their side, so they always ring one or two, the Werribee side. From the throw up in the middle, Justin gets the footy down. Smith, I'll get you to keep an eye on him being a ruckman. Trev, did he get a foot in the stomach?
Yes, he got a JJ foot right in the breadbasket there, and he's having a bit of trouble getting up.
So I think JJ
telling him too, just at this moment.
You see, I'll help you up, son.
Yeah.
Well, the free kick has finally gone to Andrew Howlett in the mud patch there for Werribee Centrals. Drives towards centre wing. Oh, dispossessed. That was Bernardo there of Werribee. Good work. In front there was Calvert. Can't take the mark. Runs back onto the footy, however. Great tackle, and umpire has considered no prior opportunity. and we'll have the ball thrown up on half forward flank.
Good decision there too, umpiring decision there, I think, too, Eric.
Right, so just had advice that that player is David Matheson, not wearing his customary number 4, so he in fact is 31. So thanks for that. So, and, he is a strong player, Matheson. Can play either end of the ground, and they're doing quite well so far today. So ball now out of bounds, 30 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for the Werribee Central side once again. Ball now put into play. This time Bradley doing the ruck work against Matheson, and Gardner comes clear with a handball, and Wolfenden again having an absolute ball out there today in the muddy conditions. But great interception, Andrew Howlett for Werribee. Gets the ball to foot. Finally Bernardo coming through, handball through to Roland Beck. Well, it's fairly scrappy at the moment until Masara picks it up on the left foot, goes back towards the full forward position. Andrew Howlett, beautiful turn there, gets a handball clear, but in the way there is Aitchison of Thomson, gets the ball back to centre wing. Now to foot race. And I'll tell you what, Chris Smith might be a big man, but I tell you he can run.
He's got a bit of toe, hasn't he?
He did very well to outrun a pretty quick player there in Christian Highland. Gets the footy back towards half forward, and well, I suppose that's the basketball background, Trev. He looked pretty sprightly, didn't he?
He moved nicely there for a big fella.
So ball out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank, outer side here at Thomson. 21.5 minutes gone. 1-5-11 Thomson, 2-1 13 Werribee. From the throw-in, kick off the ground for Werribee Central, goes towards Heath Buck. Oh, nice little flip forward to, looks like Hawks has got the footy deep in the forward pocket. I tell you what, he's had a pretty good, it's a sensational goal.
The coach was yelling, wasn't he, Laurie?
Yeah, he was standing with his hands in his head, and he was screaming for it. I just saw him there. I thought, geez, you better kick it to the coach, mate.
I'm glad you guys were watching that. I was watching the player with the footy. But goal to Andrew Hawks, a goal to Werribee Central, 3-1-19. Lead Thomson 1-5-11 on the Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard. 22.5 minutes first quarter.
I was just about to say, Trevor, that Thomson doing a great job around the ground. They're making it hard for Woody forwards. They seem to be having trouble to get in there quickly, but that just proved that wasn't quite correct. They got that one quite easy.
Yeah, they're just more potent forward line at the moment, and that's what's caught Thomson there. Thompson's attack on the ball is great, but just at the moment, their forwards are letting them down a bit.
Right from the throw up in the middle of the ground, Werribee after the ball heading towards half forward for Thomson. The ball is turned over at the centre wing by Nan Curvis as the mark. He has Dale Menzies leading towards forward pocket. Perhaps a bit negative, Laurie, heading out there?
Yeah, I would think so. Although there was quite a few players in the middle of the ground there, I guess he looked up and thought, well, we won't go there, we'll go a little bit wide, because Dale Menzies just didn't quite get onto it.
There's some sensational contests in those centre throw-ups, aren't there? In the mud patch, there's some great work going on there, both sides. From the throw-in and half forward, the ball's come to ground. Highland of Thomson picks it up, heads back into the corridor. Good talking there between Gardner and Stein. Stein takes a mark, called to play on there, went sideways, kicks the ball high in the air towards full forward. Cowan against two. I tell you what, he's hurt the leg a bit there, but from the crumbs, Justin flips the handball out to Nick Maheris, was that? Yep. And on the left foot he's gone bang and popped it through. So Maheris kicks his first for the day. Can't get him on the right foot, but gets him on the left. And a very handy goal for the Thomson side. 2-5-17. They trail Werribee 3-1-19 on the Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard. 24 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, that was an important goal for him, Trev. Thompson were working hard, and as I said before, you have to put scoreboard pressure on. That's a very handy goal.
Right. It keeps it touch, They're only 2 points down now, and they're right in this game.
Their work rate around the ground's fantastic. Highland, Gardner, and such are getting heaps of the ball, and Paddy Burns.
Right. So Howlett's put himself on the ball there, must be ruck roving.
So from the throw up in the centre of the ground, well, free kick given to Thomson, advantage paid. Castillo found Lasik's just off the bench, sitting out on his own in the forward pocket, or between half forward flank and forward pocket. And Rob Lasik of Thomson has taken the comfortable mark. He's been called to have a shot because the Anderton is on the goal line. And he's got a bit of height on his opponent there, young Anderton, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
So Lasik now. I don't think we can classify Lasik as one of the goal kickers of the side, because off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full, and Matt Hallam for Werribee. will come in and take the free kick.
Sabali Armstrong ran down there. I thought all indications he's looking for a handball. I wonder why, Trev. He knew his football skills of kicking the football. And as a kicker, a lovely mark to Armstrong. He'll frighten this. Too far
He'll
out,
give
Trev?
this a real shake. No, I'll tell you what, I just about tipped this. There's no doubt he'll have a shot. I reckon he'll just about get this. He's right on the 5th, I think.
Andrew Howell's on the mark, so he obviously is on the ball.
Yeah, I'd say he's put himself on ruck roving.
So a very interesting kick in the context of the first quarter. Into time on.
He's gone back into St Albans Road to kick it, I think.
No, it'll be goal.
So Armstrong really can kick a footy. It's going to land in the goal square. Big pack of players up there. Comes to ground. Justin really wasn't mobile enough to work his way through that pack, and finally Pastuka grabs it. He's grabbed, and the umpire will come in, and the ball will be thrown up 15 metres out, directly in front of the Thomson goal.
He kicked the hard one, missed the easy one, boys.
What's the terminology? Flood the back line. They're all in there.
They are. There's quite a lot of players in there. Well, Werribee Central's through Roland Beck. Gets a little chip towards half-back, but sitting in the middle there is Timmy Gardner. Grabs the footy. A series of handballs comes to Paddy Burns. The kick goes to full forward, and it punches at the ground, coming in as Highland. Can he pick it up? Not quite. He does get the ball back to Sabali Armstrong.
He's kicked.
Another sensational goal. Wow, that is unbelievable. Sabali Armstrong got the handball from Christian Highland on the impossible angle, has kicked the goal. 3-5, 23 Thomson. They now lead Werribee 3-1-19 on the Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard. 27 minutes gone. You don't often see one goal, let alone two in a game.
I've got to say, how do you retain for that one? I think you called the first one the goal of the year. What are you going to call that one?
Oh, that's right.
That's
right.
fantastic. Even better.
Two in a day.
Trevor knows his old players too. He tipped it.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, he got a beautiful kick on the footy.
He was out last week, and they sadly missed him at North Geelong.
Yeah, I heard he was out. He failed to come to training apparently, and
Well, that's good.
a week off.
But I mean, that's good discipline, Trev, isn't it? If you're going to win
That's
premierships,
right.
you've got to have discipline inside.
Yeah, that's dead right.
So from the throw up in the centre of the ground through handball has come to Nan Curvis of Thomson. I tell you what, they're on a roll at the moment. In front there is Christian Highland at half forward. Called the play on by the umpire. Goes long to the full forward position. And, well, he's a bit stiff there because young Brett Anderton was in the perfect position to take the mark. Thought it was going through and let it go. Unfortunately, it bounced sideways and only through from behind. 3-6-24 Thomson. 3-1-19 Werribee Centrals. That's on the Victory Trust Centre score 28 minutes first quarter.
Yes, Eric, the last couple of minutes I noticed a Terry out and then out a wing. Calvert's just starting to get a bit of the ball. Calvert's controlled that wing for the first 20 minutes or so, but Terry's just starting to get the ball a bit.
From the kick in now, the ball is, well, it's held up in a bruise. So
There he comes again.
Now offhands it's Nan Curvis again. He's had a pot shot. Oh, it's only just missed his 50. It's rolled 25 metres along the ground, but it is unfortunately just offline. So 3-7-25 Thomson, 3-1-19 Werribee Centrals. Victory Trophy Centre scoreboard on the first quarter, 28.5 minutes gone.
I don't think Terry's a noted goal kicker though, is he?
Oh, no, he can kick goals. No doubt about that.
Well, from the kick in again, Calvert in front, takes a strong mark ahead there of Nan Curvis, and perhaps overhead he's too strong, but reading the ball pretty well. And there's a good read of the ball on centre wing, Rod Peacock. And I really think the ball's dropping. It must be a bit more bruised than we think there, Laurie.
I think so, Rico.
From the kick, it's a huge clearance from centre half back for Werribee. Comes in the arms there of Sabali Armstrong in the centre square. Come to ground deep in the forward line. Harris now for Thomson. Oh, great smother there for the Werribee side by Bernardo.
Here's trouble.
Well, the ball's gone across the face of goal. Matt Hallam is trying desperately to salvage the situation there. Costello running into the goal square. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of feeling there certainly.
Yeah, I think that's spit free with his boots there.
Well, I think the problem was someone had hold of his boot. So the ball has come clear, and well, from the throw-in, a flying pot shot by Lazic, marked in defence by Page of the Werribee side. Leading wide to centre wing. Well, there's Luke Luddick a long way up the ground for Werribee, but he gets the kick. In front there is Nan Curvis. Good spoil there by Calvert. And Werribee picked things up in front of our broadcast position. Hawks is held without the footy. Wild handball go to nobody. Justin picks it up. handball to, it looks like young Daniel's just on the ground in the full forward position. Well, free kick not paid, comes to ground, and good there of Werribee, clears the ball wide to centre wing. He go further forward, Werribee with kick to centre wing, but in the way there is Aitchison. Long handball to Dale Menzies. Menzies have some huge kick into the forward line, but it is landed just inside the field of play, right in front of the scoreboard, which shows Thomson 25, Werribee Central's 19, and we've been playing 30.5 minutes. Must be very close to quarter time here. Ball thrown in. Well, crucial time here for Werribee. It's good, takes the ball for the Werribee side. Handball to Masara. He goes wide to centre wing. Buck and Aitchison. Buck gets it. Little handball comes to Page, but see, the Thomson players are working very, very hard to keep the ball in their forward line, and finally boundary umpire has said that it's out of bounds, and it's between half forward flank and centre wing for the Thomson side.
Werribee are running a long way for their kicks from the forward line, Trev. They're nearly right down in the Thomson's forward line themselves.
Yeah, they're bottling up these last couple of minutes. There's, what is there? There is one player in their forward line, that's Matheson. The rest of them are up past the centre.
Yes, there's a lot of players in the back line. These fellas must be watching the television, I think. So centre half forward for the Thomson side. Ball comes to ground. No player able to really get that up until, well, as I speak, the siren has sounded. So at quarter time, the score here at Thomson is 3-7-25 for the Thomson side, 3-1-19 for Werribee Centrals on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. Goal kickers for Thomson: Savali Armstrong, 2 sensational goals, 1 to Nick Maharis, and for the Werribee side, 1 to Luke Luddick, 1 to Andrew Hawkes, and 1 to Andrew Howlett. We'll go to a break. When we return, we'll have Laurie de Goldie and Trevor Tuckey's